Hi everyone, I'm Meteorologist Rusty McCranie, and welcome to Weather Express. Your weather in 5 minutes. Start the clock. Friends, we have a developing storm system that's going to race across the United States. It's going to bring some impactful weather, showers, storms, some flooding, and some significant winds as well. We'll get into that. We'll start off with what's happening today, and you can see that temperatures across the country, even in the Northeast, are well above average for late February. So this storm system that's racing across the eastern Great Lakes and into the Northeast and New England is actually bringing rain right now. It's in the lower 50s in New York City, even Albany, New York, 45, Syracuse in at 43. So this is cold rain, a little bit of higher elevation snow for the Adirondacks, but not much as temperatures are well above average for today. In the southeast, we're building on our temperatures here as well, mainly in the 70s in a lot of spots. Again, we had that area of low pressure that raced across the peninsula of Florida in the last 24 hours. You can see the last gasp of that rain now east of Florida and moving into the Atlantic. So skies are beginning to clear. We're beginning to see nicer weather here. But again, it did come with some pretty significant flooding in portions of South Florida and the Florida Keys. Look at these temperatures in the plains. We're into the 80s and a couple 90s into southwest Texas. Oklahoma City nearly hit 80 degrees for today. I mean, even in the Dakotas, temperatures are above freezing, and it's actually a little bit of rain right now for those areas and into the western Great Lakes. Here's a fact for you. Some areas of the Midwest have had temperatures rise by more than 100 degrees for daytime highs in just the last 5 days. That's why we're having some flood problems with the snowmelt going on. And the winds are not helping outside as well, especially in the Intermountain West. Portions of southeast Wyoming are going to have some wind gusts today up to 75 miles an hour. It's going to be very windy in the western sides of Nebraska and the northern sides of Colorado as well. Still, our storm system in the Pacific Northwest, once again, temperatures above average here. So it's going to be coastal rain. It is going to turn into some snow for portions of the Cascades, but that's in the extreme higher elevations. You can even see into the western sides of Washington and the western sides of the Idaho area. It's still some rain out there. That's the green that you see on the map rather than a lot of white out there as far as any real snow. So let's take a look at what's going to be our advisories. Now, again, you still have some winter storm warnings, and that is still going to be for 2 to 8 inches of snow, but you got to go above 4,000 feet to start to see that. Along the coastline, these are going to be some storm warnings and small craft advisories. All the greens that you see are still going to be some form of flood warnings. And again, kind of intermixed through this area. You're going to have high wind warnings. Wind gusts here could be up to 65 miles an hour. And again, it's going to be a problem all the way in down to southeast sides of Wyoming. As I've mentioned, there are those winds that could be gusting up to 65 and even 75 miles an hour. Let's go out to the broad perspective and talk about the storm potential for us as this storm system races across the country. The areas that you see in green here for the northern plains, central plains, those are generalized thunderstorms for today. Those will then move into portions of the Midwest and the Ohio Valley for tomorrow. So places as far south as Bowling Green, Kentucky, and Louisville, towards Indianapolis, Chicago, Columbus, Cleveland, Detroit, all could see thunderstorms for tomorrow. More than likely not severe weather, but there'll be the opportunity to see at least some stronger storms. And then in a few days, those will be moving into portions of the Appalachians and the Mid-Atlantic states, places like Charlotte could actually see a few stronger storms then as well. So that's what it looks like overall with the potential for severe storms. Here's what it looks like on that HRRR model, or high resolution rapid refresh model. We'll pick up this storm system again, moving into the southern Great Lakes, portions of the Midwest, and then into the Ohio Valley. You'll see that racing across places like Chicago and Indianapolis. Heavy rainfall is likely. Now, north of this, we could still turn into a little bit of sleet and freezing rain and snow. So places like Detroit need to be aware of that. Those are the pinks and the reds that you see on that map. And again, just a little bit of snow could then move into portions of Pennsylvania and the western side of New York as well. This storm system that's already in New England is going to be racing quickly away. Notice our coastal storm from that area of low pressure off of the east coast of Florida stays offshore for the most part. It's a nasty one, but I don't expect it to cause any problems here up the United States eastern seaboard. Showers and storms will extend through portions of Texas and Louisiana. And then we have our storm system again kind of slamming back on shore. The next one is going to go farther south and impact more areas areas of California than what we had from the last storm system. So when we look at snowfall accumulations, again, it's relatively low over the next several days. The greens that you see in the map are a few inches in a couple of spots. Total precipitation as far as actual rain, again, along the far eastern seaboard, portions of the Ohio Valley could get 2 to 3 inches of rain outside of mixing with some of that sleet and freezing rain as well, but more liquid than anything else. Friends, as you can see, I'm out of time. I appreciate you guys doing me a quick favor and liking this video. And if you like this content, thank you for considering to subscribe to Weather Express. Love to hear from you guys in the comment section below. Let me know where you're viewing from. Again, thank you for liking and subscribing. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I'm back tomorrow with your latest 5-minute forecast.